The Abbott's Encyclopedia of Rope Tricks for Magicians One has this rope trick in it, and the ones I'll teach you, and many, many more. And many of the tricks in this series I actually got from Mark Wilson's Complete Course in Magic. He's a good person to Google too. He's the first one to have magic on TV. It's an incredible book because it has everything from illusions that you can build yourself with wood, with cardboard, all kinds of stuff, real illusions, all the way down to card tricks, coin tricks, rope tricks. This trick is included in this book. Now, I'm not going to teach every trick in this book, but I've had students, I've often used this resource, and I think it's one of the great all-around beginning magic books. So if you can find it, I know it's on the web, you may want to get it. Okay, Sparkman here again with another rope trick. I've got my same piece of rope about 3 feet in length. We had something back in my day. The kids today don't even really know what they are. Shoestrings. You either slip on shoes or you Velcro on shoes or you just wear them with no shoestrings, but people don't tie shoes anymore. Shoes have lights on them, no strings. I don't get it. Anyway, this is kind of like the shoestring knot. I'm going to use this rope as an example. I could do this with a regular shoestring, but you can see it better this way. Now, here's a fancy way to tie your shoestrings without a shoe. Just kind of pull through like this and have a bow. Here was the problem with shoestrings, and I guess the advantage, let me get that tight. The advantage of having Velcro is sometimes when you're running around, what would happen? This shoestring would come through this loop. This shoestring would come through this loop, you wouldn't even know it. But when you went to pull your shoes off, they didn't untie like they were supposed to. You had this big old mess. Happened to me all the time. Had a hard time getting my shoes off, so I decided to learn a magic trick. And that is the shoestring trick. So I've got this draped over the left hand. Pull it up with the right hand, get them to where each hand, to me, and my palms are facing each other like the dog on the show. They're facing this way. And I'm going to open up my little first finger and middle finger and reach over here, pinch this one here, and on the back, pinch the lower one. That's what gives me the way to cleverly pull the knot through. But since I have such a short rope, I have to be careful not to pull the ends through. I can just kind of twist. You've done this if you tie shoes, where you twist and make sure you're pulling the middle part of the rope, not the lower part through. If I had a longer rope, it'd be no big deal. Now, don't let go like I just did, because if you do this wrong, it won't work. So I'm in this position. Now I reach through here from my side toward the camera, in my left hand, and I pull that through. Now on this side, actually the rope is on my side of the loop. But it's important that I don't pull it through that way, or I'll end up with a real knot. So I put my hands in this loop just like I did on the other side, but I kind of reach down and grab it through that, through the loop this way, even though it's officially on my side. So I pull it through like this. And then now it's important that at first you get it fairly tight when you're in the bow knot. And then you get it fairly tight again at this point. But all you got to do is pull a little harder and it comes apart. That looks like a messy knot. I think it's nice to give a magic gesture, a little blow, a little something like this. And you pull, and it's gone. Now here's one of the fun things about rope tricks. Is look, it gets to be up near your face. You can do like this for applause if you had several people watching. But it's up near your face. You can give a smile, you can talk to people. as opposed to doing card tricks and coin tricks down on the table. Now there's a place for that. I'm trying to teach some things where you can have a smile, a conversation, look people in the eye and do this. And it's very good to practice this to where you really don't have to look at it. And while I'm on that topic, before I get to the back and show you the backside view, while I'm thinking of it, this is a trick I learned a long time ago from that Mark Wilson book I mentioned and that Stuart James book. And I used to do it back when I first started in magic, and magic was my hobby. But I had some bad habits back then. Habit number one was I would learn a new trick every day or two, sometimes 2 or 3 tricks in a day. Tricks, I perform them once or twice, go learn another trick. What that means is now I've forgotten all those tricks. Had some good tricks like this that could have gone into a fun rope routine by putting a bunch of things together. Instead, I've forgotten. So I remember the trick, I just forgot how to do it. So I've had to go back through and relearn this trick to teach it to you. So my tip number one, find a good trick you like and do it over and over and over again. The more you do it, the more that you learn to present it, the more you can look at the audience when you perform it instead of just looking down at your work. You become a better entertainer. And you try to work out presentations to go along with it. I just don't like, watch this rope trick. I'll pull this over here, that over there, that over there. This goes here, left goes right, in there, and boom, it's gone. I think it's much better to talk about your shoelaces. In my case, I came out and said, this is about something kids today don't even know about, shoestrings. Okay, I'm going to show you from my side the schoolboy shoestring knot, or whatever you want to call it. Notice it's over my left hand. It's a little short for me, so I drape it over a little bit more. Do my right hand in a mirrored position. As I get up like this, it kind of goes under that left pinky. And I'm coming under so I can pinch right there. And with my right hand, I just pinch. And with my left hand, I just pinch. There we are, pinched. Now I pull through. And as I mentioned, I have to be careful not to pull the strings through. Big hands, big loops now. So I'm pulling from the top more than at the bottom because that's where the loops are, not the strings. I can pull that pretty tight. Now that's a real bow. Now I will take this real bow, reach through with my left hand and pull that through. As I was saying before, I don't want to come this way because this string is actually on this side. I don't want to do that. I want to reach in this way and just kind of pull, reach under there and pull through like that. Oops. Okay, reach that way and pull through like that. Don't drop it or you get confused. It might come undone. Now, that looks like a pretty tight knot. But when I blow, give a little magic wave or whatever I want to do, I keep pulling, it comes undone.